So a lot of you guys have been asking for my settings, and if you don't know, I'm playing on PS4, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys are as well. If you're not playing on PS4, you're probably playing on Xbox, and I know a lot of people are having a hard time getting a PS5. I am as well, but these settings should apply to any type of console. It doesn't matter what console you have, as long as you're on some type of console. Now, none of us are on PC, so we can't really change much, but there's definitely a few things you should really be changing. Let's get into it. So for the button layout, I play on tactical, and what that does is put the melee button in a circle and the crouch, prone, and slide to R3. And I like this one because I don't ever find myself really meleeing somebody, and since your thumb is always going to be on the right stick, I'd rather have it for something that I'm always going to do, like slide canceling or going prone and things like that. Now the stick layout, I leave that on default. Invert vertical look disabled. Dead zone, I have that on 0.05. Now the sensitivity, I know a lot of you guys probably watch your favorite content creators and say, oh, he's playing on this sensitivity, so I'm gonna play on that. The sensitivity is completely up to you guys. Don't try to copy somebody else's sensitivity, because it only matters how comfortable you're actually feeling. Now me, I play on 9 right now, but usually I'm changing it up. But for me, it varies probably from like a 7 to a 10. I don't really go above or below those numbers. Now, what you definitely don't want to do is be playing on like a 2 sensitivity. You want to go up at least a little bit higher, because if you're forced to turn around extremely quick, you're just going to end up getting clapped because you won't even be able to look around fast enough. Now, the ADS sensitivity multiplier is how fast you look around while you're aiming down your sights. So it's just the sensitivity while aiming down sights. Now, the low zoom is any gun with iron sights or an optic that has less than 3.25 zoom. And obviously, the high zoom will be any gun with an optic more than a 3.25 zoom. Now for me, I always leave both of them on a 0.94. Even if I'm changing my regular sensitivity, I just always leave that one alone. But anything relating to sensitivity, you guys want to try that out yourself and figure out what's perfect for you. The aim response curve type, I leave that on standard. The controller vibration, I disabled mine, because when you're in those gunfights, it can possibly throw off your aim just a little bit in those key moments, and I'd rather just put myself at an advantage instead of a disadvantage. Aim assist, I leave that on standard. Weapon mount activation is on ADS plus melee. Weapon mount movement exit is on enabled. Aim down sight behavior on hold. Equipment behavior on hold. Now use/reload behavior, you have to have this on contextual tap, guys. This is really key. Now the important thing about this is when you're picking up items, you're not holding square or X or whatever button you use to pick up items. You're just tapping it and you're picking up the item right away. You're not having to hold it and waste time. It might not sound that important, but have you ever just dropped and somebody picked up a gun before you? Yeah, you're never going to pick up that gun first if you don't have contextual tap on. Depleted ammo weapon switch, you obviously want to have that on enabled. If you ever try to shoot a gun with no ammo, it's just going to switch to the next gun that you have automatically. Armor plate behavior, you want to have that on apply 1. You don't want to put it on apply all, because there's not always going to be a time where you can put on all of your plates. You might just be able to put on 1 or 2 and have to fight right after. So you don't want to put it on apply all, just leave it on apply 1. Now slide behavior, I have mine on tap. You don't want to have to hold it down just to slide. You want to be able to tap it real quick and you're already sliding. Auto move forward disabled. Automatic sprint disabled. Parachute auto deploy enabled. Brightness on 49. I have no clue why I have it on 49 and not 50. Maybe I have some type of OCD I don't know about. Film grain 0.25. Tooltips enabled. Subtitles disabled. I don't want to see words at the bottom of my screen while I'm playing Warzone. Colorblind type disabled. World motion blur and weapon motion blur, you want to have both of those on disabled. Now what these two do is blur the screen when you're looking around in different directions, and it's kind of distracting to me, so I leave it on disabled. But if you want to have better graphics, it kind of looks better when you enable it, but if you want to perform better, just leave it on disabled. The minimap shape, you want to change it from circle to square, because you just see a little more when you have the square. Not a lot more, but you see a little bit more, and that's kind of important. Now the rest down below, I haven't touched any of those things, just leave it on default. Now for the audio, I play on boost low just because you kind of hear the footsteps a little better, and I feel like that's the most important thing to hear. Master volume 95, music volume, you want to turn that down all the way, because the music will play while you're in the game. You don't want to be hearing music while you're in the game, guys. You want to be able to hear footsteps and everything that's going on. Dialogue volume, I have it on 15. Now that's when the guy is telling you enemy landing in the AO, UAV in the air, and sometimes he just be screaming in my ear extra loud, so I just have it on 15 and now I hear him perfectly fine. Effects volume, I have it on 40. That's when you can hear boxes, gunfire, and sometimes the box noise is really loud, but 40 is just good enough and I can hear a box close by or pretty far away with having it on 40, so I just leave it on 40. Juggernaut music enabled. I don't even know what that really does. I'm assuming they play music when the Juggernaut's close by or something. I don't know. Hit marker sound effects, you can put it on whatever. I leave it on Modern Warfare. Mono audio disabled. Voice chat enabled. Open mic recording threshold 3.16. Voice chat volume on 100. Microphone volume 100. Voice chat effect no effect. Now, I did not know war tracks as a passenger was a thing. I had it on enabled, but I'm gonna disable it. And that's basically when the driver's in the car and they have music, you're not gonna be able to hear it if you disable it. And those are my settings, guys. I try to break it down as much as possible for you and explain everything if you guys didn't already know. Hopefully these settings will help you guys out, but we're not done. I got some Warzone clips for you guys. Please like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm out.
Oh, here on the field. Oh, on the field. Crash. Oh, to the cross, bro. He's running across. Man, vulnerable. Nothing. Behind two. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's across the Got one.
One's up top. Be careful. He dropped down.
What the hell? How did this happen?
Good ping. Come on, baby. Sit down. I'm just completely better. Fight.
There ain't no freaking way.
I don't know what he was doing. Oh, on me.
Got you. Oh, yep.
How many?
Crap. Damn, bro. Bro. Taking shots at it with a Mac 10.